After last week's international travel to face Simon Fraser in Canada, they prepared to travel once again, this time to Western State Colorado University. The team approached Western State as any other game. In reality, the game is quite different. First and foremost, this is a non-conference game. Western is in the RMAC division, the same as Chadron State, who the Jacks defeated earlier this season. Once again, this non-conference game is important to solidify the strength of the GNAC compared to other conferences. Before we get into more differences with the game, let's meet some of the defensive front who caught up with me after practice.
Yeah. Go hard or go home, man.
Yeah. You just gotta come out with high energy, and then
you can't think about it. You just gotta go again. You just do it over and over.
Are you in?
Are you in? Are you in?
We all together like glue, baby, so we all family. You know how it is. Jack Ball.
We got 2 weeks left. One goal in mind, that's to win another conference championship. Like I said, we're going to take it one game at a time, take care of business this week, come back here next week and get that dub.
Throw out any fun facts? Like maybe
Scott's a pro dancer.
No, it's got to be organic.
Hey, shout out Coco Man Cox.
Thanks, Jack.
Whoa.
1,
2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Squad on 3, squad on 3. 1, 2, 3. Squad. 1, 2, 3.
Ain't shady, baby,
Now comes the next major difference with this trip. The Jacks are flying for the first time in the season. They're not afraid of road trips, as seen last week by busing to Canada. But busing all the way to Colorado does not work logistically. So the Jacks hopped on a bus and headed 5 hours south to the Oakland airport.
Couldn't be happier right now.
After taking in the beautiful California scenery, the team arrived in Oakland. The team then dealt with the logistics of packing 68 people on a plane that is not chartered. But they made it work because that's what the Jacks do. They went through security, then the players grabbed a bite to eat and even made some new friends. After the airport fun, they boarded the plane and took off towards Denver.
This is my son right here. Y'all need to know.
This is Junior. I raised the boy.
As soon as the team walked outside, it was evident that they were no longer in California.
Hey, Jock, we ain't in Florida anymore, huh?
No, it's a little warm. Still Colorado.
They loaded the buses and made the 5-hour drive towards Gunnison, Colorado, home of the Western State Colorado Mountaineers. On the journey towards Gunnison, they stopped in South Park for lunch.
This is the town the South Park is based on. Welcome.
Coach Smith may not know about the show South Park, but he was jazzed up to tell us about the South Park County Courthouse, which has the oldest working courthouse in Colorado. We even took a picture with it. After the history lesson, back on the road they went. Arriving in Gunnison, the team immediately practiced. This stems from the last major reason why this trip is different from others. Western State Colorado has the highest stadium in the world. To adjust to this altitude, the trainers Shannon Childs and Damian Aguilar recommended a fast-paced practice so the players may acclimate to the thin air. After practice, the team cooled down with ice cream courtesy of Coach Smith. After a quick hotel check-in, the Jacks were off for dinner. Then came position meetings, followed by a powerful Coach Smith speech.
Okay, but the strength of this team is certainly the senior class. A senior class that right now is looking at 8 days minimum remaining in a football career they've been playing for a long time. Start over here then, when you first start playing.
I was 7 years old.
Okay.
What position? O-line.
All right, let's get here tonight in Colorado with a chance to do this. Those seniors that stood have 8 days remaining in a football career that started when they were 6, 7, 8 years old in many cases, regardless, that started a long time ago. And the end is coming. The end is near. The memories, there's still so many to be made. And like I said when I started this, you remember that beginning, don't you? You remember that beginning. Well, guys, you're going to remember the finish. And it starts with tomorrow here in Gunnison, Colorado against Western State.
A homey breakfast started off game day right. The players were taped up, then headed 5 minutes to the stadium. Coach Smith connected last night's speech to the current battle in front of them.
We had 23 guys reflect last night, right? On where it started for. On where it started for. For me, 1967, the Lake City Beans. 10 years old, and it never gets old. All right? Saturday comes around. Saturday is game day. Game day belongs to who? The Jacks! Right, it does.
The game started off quick for the Jacks, and they never halted. During this game, Chase Crevichet broke the all-time receiving touchdown record for HSU. Combine that with the record he set for last week's all-time receiving yards, Chase is cemented in Humboldt history. The game finished with a strong Jacks showing, beating the Mountaineers 48-3. After the game, the team showered up and prepared for the long bus ride home. But a few players wanted to squeeze every ounce out of the Colorado trip, and made some new friends in the process.
Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air.
Whether they go to a foreign country, play at the highest stadium in the world, or play a home game, this team lets nothing get in the way of their end goal. As they inch closer and closer to that goal, the Jacks will continue to drive on.